Hi everyone, Friday the 7th of June today. I hope you're well. Just a quick webcam one again today. I was recording a vlog with my main camera and the battery started running low and I thought, oh that's okay because I'll just wrap up the vlog here, and then realised that I hadn't even pressed record. So the battery's going to take a while to charge, and I've got a couple of other things I want to do, so I figured to just quickly record a webcam version. Shall we just adjust it slightly? There we go. My hair looks a bit odd. Anyway, so I had a couple of things to talk about today, and my last recording was a little bit rambly, so in some ways it's a blessing in disguise that it wasn't actually a recording at all. So several things today. Bottom line is I haven't had a very productive day at all. Part of that is I got up very late, and that was because it rained last night and the roof currently needs fixing slightly, or the guttering needs fixing slightly because it's slightly broken and there's a really loud dripping sound right outside my window, which woke me up and kept me awake for hours and hours. So I got up very late and wasn't very energetic when I did get up. So let's see what was in my notes. Yeah, there's a slight temptation to go, I sort of like made this strong decision that I wasn't doing LPs anymore, and I'm kind of tempted to go back and do some LPs again. And this always happens every time I give up doing LPs. And the reason this time is because it's like I was meant to stop doing LPs and sort of come up with some really cool, high quality, interesting, original gaming video ideas, and I haven't done that, and I haven't actually made any. I've got a couple of ideas still, but I haven't actually made them. So my brain starts going, oh, well, you obviously failed, you should just do LPs again. And I think really what it is actually, no, I need to put time and effort into actually doing the more exciting stuff that will be really fun and exciting and cool when I actually do it. So I've just got to force myself to put the work in and make those ideas happen. I think really is the answer. And to just go, oh well, I'm incapable of doing it, I should just go back to the easy thing, isn't the answer. The answer is I need to work harder, yeah. So that's all I had to say about that. And I did have a look at, I was messing about a bit in Minecraft today, however, seeing if I could think up a good format for a hardcore series beyond just playing the game in hardcore. So I was looking at the making up different flat world presets to see if I could come up with like an interesting idea for. So I've seen, I think it was forgotten who it was now. It was either Biffa or it was Unhost did a hardcore flat world series. So I was thinking that was quite a cool idea, but I want to come up with some kind of concept where it's kind of very barren and zen, but you have to collect. I want to come up with some kind of concept where it's like a bit like Skyblock or something, where you have virtually nothing and the world is very empty, but it's still possible to get all the items you need, or all the items in the game. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing I'm trying to come up with in a way that, and make it hardcore and have some kind of end goal challenge, which doesn't necessarily have to be killing the dragon, but have some kind of, or maybe you just may have something that's so difficult that the goal is simply just to survive, and it never gets to the point where it's easy. And I was thinking partly the adventure mode business, where I think you can stop people building. I think of maybe doing a series where, if you're actually not allowed to place blocks, apart from say workbenches and enchanting tables, but you're not allowed to place any blocks to build a base. So you have to actually be running around in the wild, and you're not allowed to sleep. You're not allowed to place a bed. I was thinking that could be kind of cool, actually. Because then it forces you. I think that's the main thing where Minecraft gets too easy, is when you build a base and you're completely fortified and you just start, and then it turns more into sort of like what machines can you make, what farms can you make, and stuff like that, and like even in hardcore. So I think it's more fun to kind of force the survival element a bit more, so that every night feels like the first night. So anyway, that's something I'm thinking about, but I don't know if I'd bother actually doing an LP series again or not. I'm really having to decide. And I played a bit of Scrolls today, but the ranking the ranking is so painful because I woke up with a much lower rank than I had yesterday, which I expected. But then I won like 3 games in a row, and my rank went down because there just must be other players who are gaining rating even faster who are overtaking me. Despite the fact that I'm winning, I'm not winning fast enough, and I'm not winning. The other thing is you win more points depending on who you are playing. So if you're playing another high rated player, then I think you win more points. And you can't pick who you're playing. It's just completely random, So if if you just get lucky and you happen to play people which you get more points against. But I guess over time, if you just play lots and lots of matches, then it kind of all evens out, and you end up playing some low players and some high players, and everyone kind of ends up the same in that respect. But it is a bit frustrating, and so it makes me think it really is important about trying to work out a really good deck so that you're winning loads and loads and quickly, and because there's some players who I know I'm going to win, like very early on. Like if I can see they're a new player, like they've made questionable choices right at the start, then I think, okay, I know I'm going to win this game, but it still just takes a while to actually beat them. When maybe if I had a better deck, it would be a bit quicker. But anyway, but I'm kind of being I'm not going to go for. I kind of decided that already, that I'm not going to go for top 100 quickly, at least, because I'll wait till it kind of dies down a bit maybe, and then I'll just keep on climbing. I'm not going to stop playing, but I'll just see how it goes rather than dedicating all my time to it. But I kind of decided that already yesterday when my rank, my overall rank for the day was kind of lower than when I started. I realised I can't just magically gain a bunch of ranks every day like I did on the first day of playing. It's a lot more competitive than that. So, just have a sip of tea. And the last thing is, various games ideas I want to do, and which I won't really go into detail. I need to finish my dice game first, of course, but just the general focus of my life at the moment, I really am so much more excited about making games than I am about making YouTube videos. Which is kind of possibly a good thing for my overall goal of, I think I talked about this before, I did have a goal of getting 100,000 subscribers. But it wasn't because of the arbitrary number and for no reason and for vanity reasons. It's because I did some calculations at the beginning of the year, and I figured 100,000 viewers is enough viewers to get a certain amount of advertising revenue on YouTube, which can go towards my overall life goal this year of being more financially independent and, making money, not a lot of money like minimum wage, but going towards making, minimum wage or more, just doing my own thing and not having to work for other people and just giving me complete freedom. But because of various changes to YouTube and stuff, that's not so viable anymore. It probably is still a number, but it's not 100,000 anymore. It's even higher. And really, and it's about the views. So it's like, it's not necessarily about 100,000 viewers. It's about, you need a very kind of dedicated viewer base and certain, content that the viewers want to watch all the time kind of thing. As either my Minecraft show, it just doesn't get the views anymore, so people saying, oh, you should do that all the time. It's like, no, it's I'm not the one, it's like, even if I did it all the time, it just doesn't get the views it used to, so it's not entirely up to me. It's like my actual audience, like sure, the people who still watch it want me to make more, but like 90% of my audience don't even watch every episode anymore. So it's like, well, 90% of my audience don't want it, then I should probably think of something new, right? So anyway, that's a whole other issue. But basically, making money on YouTube, I mean, it was never the greatest, the greatest way to make money, which is, I think I've had a rant before about certain type of YouTube viewer who seems obsessed by the fact that, they seem to think that YouTubers are all millionaires and they're just in, certain YouTubers are just in it for the money and stuff. And it's like, it's delusional because it's like YouTubers make like so little money. You'd make more money in like working in McDonald's or whatever. You really would. It's starting out at least, Anyway, yeah, my real goal is to be financially independent. Sorry, this was stemming off me saying that I want to concentrate more on making games. And one of the reasons is, one, my goals is to be more financially independent, and making my own products and games kind of ties into that a lot better. But beyond just money, it just feels so much more exciting to me to kind of make my own games rather than always talking about and always playing other people's games. Is that simple, really. So anyway, and motivation, is a very emotional thing, and but it's not only that I'm more motivated to do it. It's genuinely a better idea. So I'm not going to stop doing YouTube videos, but just it's just the focus is going to be different, maybe, and I think in most ways it means better content again, though, because the only reason to do a ton of LPs for me is to just do a ton of videos to get more views, to keep my audience entertained, but ultimately just to get those views, to get a bit of extra pocket money. And it's quite fun to do, but I just really think it's time that could be spent on bigger and better and more interesting and more fun and even more epic projects, rather than little being whittled away by tons and tons of LP videos. So I think this is all stuff I've talked about before. Sorry if it's a bit rambly today. Just figure I need to get a vlog up. Because I've been slightly delayed and I've had just a kind of really off day, basically. Hopefully tomorrow will be a lot more productive, and I'll leave it there for today. I hope you are well, and I will see you tomorrow.